Hey, what's up? This is Brian Pfeiffer, the owner of Vegas, VIPServices.com. I'm standing there, guys, in front of Marquee. Okay, you can see in the background there. That is Marquee Nightclub. It is night. Right now, Marquee Nightclub is under renovation. Okay, so this video is going to be all about the top 10 Las Vegas nightclubs here for the remainder of 2026. And a little bit of news about 2027 and beyond. So let me tell you guys kind of what's going on when I pick as my top 10 currently, and some news and rumors that I've heard in the nightclub industry that's going into 2026 for those of you who might be coming later in the year or into next year. All right. So let's talk about my top 10 nightclubs. Pretty much the top like 6 or so are kind of what I consider like the mega clubs, and most of those clubs are going to have your bigger DJs or artists, and I can really find too many deals on like big artist night. But now if those clubs are maybe not a big artist like a Thursday or a Sunday, might be able to work some deals. Okay, it is a little bit of a tough economy right now here in Las Vegas. We're still super busy, pretty much 7 nights a week you can find a good party. But, the volume overall is down a little bit as tourism. But you can, people are like, oh, Vegas is dead. It's definitely not dead, okay? Friday night, Saturday day are all slammed at every club in Las Vegas and pool, okay? So let's get that straight. Now, during the week, Fridays and Sundays at the pools, maybe some of the days during the week, it's not maybe as busy as it was, okay? But it's still pretty busy, okay? It's not bad. I was at Encore Beach at night this past Wednesday, and it was busy. It was a good party. Dylan Francis rocked it. It was a rocking party, and a lot of pretty girls, and a good vibe and crowd. And Wednesday night, it is what it is. Been around several places tonight. Omnia, even Hakkasan without a DJ was pretty busy. There's people here. People are having fun. People are partying. Minimums are a little bit lower. Sometimes I can work some deals. So, hit me up. My number is 773-459-8133. I'm a wealth of knowledge, and I can tell you what I can do, deal-wise, and what's going to be the best bang for your buck. All right? So let's talk about the top 10 nightclubs right now. I'm going to give the number 1 spot to Omnia Nightclub. That place is just a slam dunk no matter who's there DJ-wise. They are open Sunday nights. They have a DeSeo Latin Sunday party. It's just going to be the heart of the terrace room, depending on the time of year. Tuesday nights is the only industry party, and it's really good on Tuesdays. Sometimes they book some big DJs, sometimes they don't, but it's always busy on Tuesdays. And then they are open Thursdays. It's just going to be the terrace or the heart room. It's nothing special on Thursdays. Probably wouldn't recommend that. But then, of course, Friday, Saturday night, you're going to find your big hitters. Okay, Martin Garrison started tonight. The Towel Group has a sick roster. They have, Martin Garrison I just mentioned. Zed Fisher's a big one. They have some other hitters like Tiesto on occasional dates. They got some mid-level guys like Drai and like Pauly D. Okay, so these guys, sometimes they book those guys at this place, and it's still packed. It's great. They may not have the heart room or the terrace open on a Pauly D night or Drai night, but you're going to find a good party. They also have Alesso, another big hitter. Okay. Rumor about the Towel Group. Well, we know that the Omnia Day Club's coming next summer at some point. We don't know the exact date. And I do hear some rumblings in the city that maybe the Chainsmokers are going to be leaving the Win, and they're going to be coming over to the Towel Group. Potentially Cascade leaving Zouk, coming over to the Towel Group. I haven't heard if they're going to be losing anybody, so I'm not sure on that. Maybe I heard Alesso might go back to the Win. I don't know. That's kind of a rumor. All this stuff I'm telling you guys is just rumors that I'm hearing. Okay, none of this stuff is confirmed, just so you know. All right? Don't hold me to it, but rumors generally tend to be pretty true. Okay, so that's number 1 spot on my 10 clubs in Las Vegas with some honorable mentions. Number 2, I'm going to have to give that to. It's kind of a tough one. I'm going to have to give it to Live. Okay, I think Live Nightclub did a good job with a second-year remodel. They got some great talent. They got Dom Dollar right now, who I did hear might be leaving to go to the Wing Group, another rumor. And then they got John Summit. They do a good job when they bring in Metro Boomin for the hip-hop nights. They also have some other guys like Don Tolliver. They have they brought in who's that? Kalani, the hip-hop artist. They do good on those nights. There's a lot of females in there. And they have some good artists like Chloe. I believe Disco Lines is there. At the Live Beach this weekend, that's one of their hitters, and he's got that big new track out. No both girls or boys, no both boys, I think it is. So yeah, I mean, that place is doing pretty good right now. They had a nice expansion where they opened up the inside to the outside, and they can never have to worry about capacity anymore. And I'd say Live is number 2 nightclub right now in Las Vegas, besides Omnia. Number 3, I'm going to have to give to Excess. Excess is actually still holding its own, even though it's like 14 years old. Big news on Excess, they're going to get a full remodel this year. I heard they're going to get about a $5 million remodel. They're going to be opening up that, they have that chandelier thing in the middle, that's gone, and they're going to do some kind of a center thing, probably something similar to Omnia or Hakkasan, I guess. I'm not 100% sure, but they're going to spend some money. They're going to make it a nice, fresh new club, and they're going to be closed for, I don't know, probably several months. and they're going to be doing the party in the winter months at Intrigue, from what I hear. Okay, but you can count on Excess coming back strong with some good talent. I did hear they might be getting Calvin Harris back. I also heard that I might have the Dom Dalla. I'm not sure who else, but these are just rumors at this point. Probably going to get Rufus the Soul back next year for some of the events and whatnot. But Access could make a move up to the number, 1 or 2 spot with what they got going on. So we'll have to see what that turns out like. All right, number 4 on my list. Probably going to have to give that to Zouk. Okay, even though that I did hear rumors that IU is going to probably close next year. It's not doing well. They're going to lose Cascade, probably the Tau group. I'm not sure what's going on with Millennium, but they're probably just going to have 3 nights a week, and they're probably just going to have to book DJs all 3 nights. I feel bad for the hosts over there. They're going to have to deal with not having a pool. They're only going to have 1 venue to book. It's going to be tough to make money over there. Wouldn't be surprised if several of those guys jump ship. But I don't know what they're going to have for talent. It's a good club. This year they still got Millennium. They still got guys like T-Pain. They have Nelly. They have Lil Wayne on limited shows. Millennium and Cascade are the 2 big EDM hitters. They do have DJ Snake, who draws pretty well. That's a good show when he's there, by the way. I really enjoyed it. And, the club's pretty badass. They got a nice, LED in there, and the club's well laid out. It's a big warehouse. And, still gets that number 4 spot. Just have to kind of see what the talent is for next year. We'll see where it ends up. But that's some rumors and news on Zouk. Now, number 5, probably still got to give that to Drai's. That is going to be the only all hip-hop club generally in the top 5. It's the only club that does pretty much all hip-hop artists. And they're doing their best to book talent. I don't think they're making money over there. And I have to see what's going on with that place going on into 2026. I know they're going to run all the way through the end of the year with talent they've got, like Boss Man D-Lo. They got some Ty Dolla Signs coming up here tomorrow, I think, and Jeremiah tonight. They're still booking talent. They got Waka Flocka for the pool. Sometimes at the nightclub as well, and they're doing some decent shows, but I think they're spending more money than they make on those show nights. So unfortunately, it's not a good business model. So we'll have to see what happens. That hotel is getting revamped. It's Cromwell now, but it's going to be called the Vanderpump Hotel. And I don't think that Vanderpump brand name is going to go well with the hip hop crowd. I mean, it is what it is. It just isn't the same crowd. So I have to see what they end up doing if they're going to close, remodel, rebrand. It's been over 10 years now, so it's probably about that time. So we'll have to see. Okay. For right now, for the rest of this year, let's put that number 5 on the list for the hip hop club in Las Vegas. Now, number 6, let's talk about Hakkasan nightclub. I was just there. They didn't have a big DJ tonight, but they had Just Incredible, and it was not bad. My guys did a 2K dance floor, and it was good. They were happy. They were having a good time. But that place doesn't have a DJ. It's kind of tough, okay? But when they do have a DJ, sometimes they book it less so. Thursdays have been doing good over there. They're open Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And the Thursdays have been pretty rocking. Okay, actually, I think they probably have the best Thursday night in town. There's Tau and Zouk and Omnia is open, but definitely Hakkasan with a DJ is going to be the best party. They sometimes put Pauly D. Have done Drai on Thursdays. Sometimes they don't have a big name, but it is always pretty decent on Thursdays. Fridays, it's good if they have a name or an artist. Sometimes you'll see Tyga over there, Pauly D., Drai, some of their other hitters, some of their mid-level guys. And then, Saturdays, depending if they have a DJ or not. Okay, so just keep an eye on the calendar. If they do have a DJ, that club should be a top 5 club. If, they don't have a DJ, it's probably barely in the top 10. Okay, so let's just say that. As far as I know, they're going to keep that place open going on to end of next year. So I think we're safe there. Let's see, this is going to be number 7 on the list. That's going to be Marquee. That's here in the background. Reason I kind of shot and shoes over here, chose to shoot over here is because Marquee's getting a full remodel right now. Okay, right now they're just doing a night swim out by the pool area, but the nightclub part is closed. So this place is going to come out swinging in 2026 with a new layout, new up. I'm not sure how much they can do in that space. It's not that big of a space, but it's going to be all redone. So we'll have to see how Marquee does. Maybe that'll pierce the top 5 next year. But right now, it is just going to be the pool area, night swim. They do book some DJs like Pauly D and mid-level guys. It's not all that great out there, in my opinion. It's a night swim if you like that. You only got about 2 more months of night swim, and then that's over because it gets too cold at night at the end of September. So we'll have to see. If the club's going to be open by then, I'm not 100% sure. But I wouldn't be surprised if they try to get this place open in the quarter 4 and maybe for New Year's. And then we'll have to see what they end up doing with it for next year. I know they're going to redo the day club as well over the winter. So the day club's not going to have the dome this year. That's going to be actually a remodel over the winter months. So next year, 2026, you're going to have a new Marquee day club and a new Marquee nightclub. So that'll be pretty interesting. Right. So that's number 7 on my list. rumors and whatnot, and truths, and those are all pretty much truths over there. So let's talk about number 8. Probably going to have to give that to Tao. Okay, Tao is still making the top 10 amazingly after 15 some years, and that place holds its own. You know, it's in the Venetian. That's a busy hotel. It's just going to be scam artist guys. You rarely see DJs over there. Once in a while, they'll put a performer like an OT Genesis or somebody, or a Tyga or a Snoop Dogg or something, but it's rare. It's generally going to be your Thursday night kind of go-to industry spot. It's always pretty good. Fridays and Saturdays can be a little hit or miss. Again, I talked about the deals. That's going to be one of your deal clubs, okay? You know, certain nights, most of the clubs I can get a deal these days, but Tao's pretty much any night we can get a deal, okay? So let's, you know, if you want to come out to Vegas, just want to have a nice, you know, night, not too expensive, get some nice vibes. That's good for that. Okay, it's decently busy. They give away some free drinks to the girls to get them in there. A lot of the clubs are doing that now, by the way, on the guest list, and then you know, it holds its own. It's been going on forever. It's probably just going to keep going on forever as it is. So let's talk about number 8 on the list. Or, I mean, let's talk about number 9 on the list. Okay, that's going to be Jewel. All right, now I know that Jewel, from what I hear from everybody, is going to be closing. Okay, they're going to be redoing the whole pool deck at the Aria. So Liquid's gone next year. Jewel's going to be, I think, open till like New Year's. It looks like they did book somebody for New Year's, so I think they're going to hold it till then. But they're not putting any money in that place. Every time I've been in there recently, there's issues with the lighting system, and they're not putting any money into DJs or anything like that. They're just opening up Fridays, Saturdays, and Mondays. They still got a pretty good Monday industry party. That's the only place really go on Mondays. Fridays and Saturdays, it's not great, but if you want to hear some hip-hop music, it's okay. It's decent. They know how to do a pretty good job at least filling the main floor. We got deals over there all day, so you'll hit me up for some deals if you want to check out Jewel between now and the end of the year before it closes, because that's going to be gone for good. I'm not sure what they're doing with that space. Might be a restaurant and might be another club down the road, but it's gone at the end of this year. So just keep that in mind if you're coming out here and want to give it its last hurrah. All right. So that's number 9. And then probably number 10 on the list, that's going to be your On the Record. Okay, that's over at the Park MGM. And the On the Record is, you know, it's a smaller speakeasy type place, but it's kind of like a club. They do have 3 nice karaoke rooms in there. On most nights, they just have the upper and lower dance floors in the main room, and they don't have that side room, the lounge, they call it, open. They usually have the record parlor open, and they usually have the patio open. On busier nights when they have like a concert at the Dolby Theater in the Park MGM, people flow out of there and flow into the club because it's right there across the way, across the casino. And it's a little busier on those nights, and they'll probably have the whole club open. So I'll be shooting a new video here for On the Record and the different table options over there. That's a deal club all day, so you can always get deals there and get great tables. So you want a karaoke room, we'll get you a deal. You want a upper lower dance floor, we'll get you a deal. So hit me up for On the Record and we'll make that happen. Now let's talk about, those are your top 10. Now let's talk about the honorable mentions, okay? We have a couple night swim parties that are, you know, on the nights that they're open. Those are pretty good, okay? We have Encore Beach at night. It's only, you know, open until the end of September, and then Daylight at night. Now Daylight at night is only open Saturdays, and that's a Latin party, so kind of, you know, very niche. But Encore Beach at night is good on Wednesday nights. I was just there this past Wednesday. They have a nice, pretty much the best Wednesday night to go, in my opinion, against the other competition, which is Marquee outside, and then On the Record. Encore Beach at night is probably the best Wednesday. And they got the Friday, Saturday night swim as well. Now, Wednesday is a night swim in the summer, so is Friday and Saturday. So you guys want to get a night swim, you want to wear shorts and, you know, dress the pool attire, you can do that. Or regular club attire is just fine. It is a pretty decent party on the weekends. They do book some mid-level talent over there. But again, it's only the next 2 months. So you got August and September on Daylight at night and Encore Beach at night, and that's it. All right. And then you got your rooftops. Okay. You got Ghost Bar. It's been a pretty good seller for me lately. It's very reasonably priced over there. You get a bottle, all in, tip tax and everything for about $500, and a nice table either inside or outside. They have an open bar package over there, not bad, around $50. I offer all that. And then you got your foundation room, got a couple bottle package over there for around $1,000 to get a couple bottles and a good table either inside or outside. And those are good parties, you know, open format. A lot of people go there to check it out, get some views, get some pictures, and then they're in and out to the next place. There's a lot of flow in those places. So foundation room, Ghost Bar, good options. If you don't want to spend a fortune, you want to have a nice little vibe with some open format type music, a little mix of everything. We can get you set up over there. All right. So that's about it. Those are kind of all the rumors and update for the Las Vegas nightclubs here for 2025 and going into 2026. I'm sure I'm going to have to do another update video at the beginning of next year when I figure out which these are going where, which places are going to stay open, which places are not. Those are the rumors that I've heard so far, but that's kind of where we're at in the club scene here in Las Vegas for the nightclubs. And if you guys are interested in getting a package, or you want to do like a dinner, limo, strip club, men's show, we do offer all that. We also offer packages with, you know, daytime activities like shooting, ATVs. We got the atomic golf, the top golf. We got all that stuff. So we have a whole package system on the website. So feel free to check the link below. Check out the awesome packages we have. We're adding more every day. And we're coming out with a big app this fall for party planning and whatnot. So I'm excited to launch that. Keep an eye out for that probably sometime in November, December. Should be done. We've been working on it for 9 months now, and it's a big project. So that's going to be pretty cool. So if you like my content, I would appreciate a like on the video. Do subscribe to this channel for more. Bang that notifications bell. I'm Brian Pfeiffer, signing out here from the Cosmopolitan. Over here behind me is Marquee, the new Marquee nightclub coming soon, and I'm looking forward to working with you guys out here in Las Vegas. My cell is 773-459-8133. I'm definitely looking forward to working with you on the wealth of knowledge. Make sure you hit me up with any questions, or if you want to get booked out here in Las Vegas, I'm here to help. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.